Hi there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at March 9 through March 15. And this is definitely going to be one of those roller coaster weeks when you, being the rational, pretty much calm air sign, you could be thrown in with the crazy Aries, Leo, Sagittarians, fiery, caged animal circus act and feel as if you don't know which end is up. It's going to be one of those weeks. There's a lot happening. And the reason why is that it's all happening in the fire signs. So when the fire signs hook up and get going, often arguments ensue and raised voices and even a little bit of spite and name calling. And that's definitely not something that you approve of or indulge in. So, hang on to your hat, as they say, and just be prepared that you might have to step in and calm down the crazy crowd and make sure that everyone, sees beyond the anger and hurt and maybe can find a resolution. So you're the resolution person this week, Aquarius. This week features a balanced trine that turns into a dangerous alliance plus a sign change, followed by a rest period. Mars in Aries is riding point early Tuesday, March 10, when it makes a fire trine to Jupiter and indicates a couple of days of positive growth. So the beginning of the week starts off well. Take good heed, Aquarius, because this is the only time these two planets will be in harmony in 2015. It looks like hazard lights ahead, Wednesday, March 11. Mars in Aries exchanges Jupiter in Leo, love bubble, for a meetup with Uranus, your ruling planet, which is also in Aries. This disturbing and possibly violent alignment between Mars and Uranus reveals a side of Mars that doesn't play well with others. Things go further south when the dangerous duo gets mixed up with Pluto later in the day. The immense significance of this Uranus-Pluto meeting, the next one will be an opposition in 2046, will be discussed next week. But until then, the best thing to do is to proceed with caution. On Thursday, March 12, Mercury leaves Aquarius and explores the magical mysteries of Pisces. The 3 weeks that Mercury spends in Pisces, your second house of self-esteem and self-worth, will shift communications, travel, and thought patterns onto the emotional and non-verbal right side of the brain. Mercury has been in your sign for an incredibly long time, much longer than it normally stays in any sign. So you have been overthinking and overanalyzing and maybe saying way too much lately. So this is a really good thing that it's going into that part of your chart. So now you can focus on money, how money makes you feel, and your self-esteem versus, the voices in your head that won't stop, which is very Gemini. So if you know I'm born under the sign of Gemini, you know exactly how they overthink everything and get distracted. So if that's been you, you're going to find it much easier to actually focus. Speaking of focus, Saturn, the planet of focus, goes out of phase this week, and it goes out of phase through August. This 4-month retrograde cycle will send Saturn back for one last trip through Scorpio. But in the meantime, you can make this retrograde period work for you by deadheading. Deadheading is when you snip off flower heads after a plant is past its bloom. This stop-motion practice prevents the flowers from going to seed, allowing the plant to put more energy into producing new blossoms. Deadheading a project, job, relationship, or idea that has blossomed and run its course guarantees that you will have the energy to make a successful and productive start when Saturn turns direct in August. August is going to be a very good month with Jupiter moving into Virgo, Saturn moving direct in Sagittarius, and the Leo sun. So we'll be talking more about that as we get closer to August. Have a great week. Great speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.